What is going on, world? What's up, YouTube? It's Zero here. Today I'm bringing you guys a brand new episode of the 8 Below Show. Welcome everyone to 8 Below. Thanks for being here, guys, to the best entertainment related show here on YouTube. And I'm super excited about our episode here today. We have a lot of stuff to talk about, so let's get into it. We've talked on the YouTube channel a number of times, guys, about Hyperscape, which you guys can check out all of that content here on the YouTube channel. But in this segment of the show, I wanted to talk about, now that we've gotten some hands-on experience being able to play this game, and now that it's in open beta, which is absolutely awesome for those of us who play PC, it will be coming at a later date, of course, in the summer for console players. But what I thought was really cool, guys, was the simple fact of the matter that Hyperscape is a game and a BR unlike any we've really ever seen in the space so far. And so what I'm getting at here with that statement, guys, is that, look, when we look at the grand landscape that is gaming, and then we break it down to the Battle Royale genre, Hyperscape does some really interesting types of, mechanics and different types of gameplay unlike any of the other BRs out there. In particular, I mean, we're looking at being able to fuse your weapons together when you come across a gun that you already have, and things of that nature, guys, really make this experience unlike any that we've seen so far in the Battle Royale space. And I actually believe a prediction I have about Hyperscape is that it is going to significantly make a real step forward in the Battle Royale space, and as well as just gaming as a whole for the genre, because of it's bringing some differences. It has some similarities to other BRs out there, but it's also got its differences, which even if Hyperscape isn't as big as, let's say, Apex Legends or Fortnite or Call of Duty Warzone, this is going to be just another Battle Royale that's in the space that's trying to, another company, AAA developer and publisher, trying to, give their take on the Battle Royale genre. And so here's the thing, guys. When we look at Hyperscape, there's a real opportunity here, and I've stated this on the YouTube channel before, that Hyperscape has a real opportunity to be more than just a Battle Royale like what Fortnite and what Apex are at this point. It has the opportunity to be something similar to that of maybe Call of Duty, and that being having a campaign, or even like character missions, having other modes outside of the BR that you can play when you kind of get sick of playing the Battle Royale, mode in Hyperscape. I think they have a real opportunity here for that, because from what we really saw when they announced that the open beta was available for PC players, we really saw, guys, that there seems to be an expansive world here that Ubisoft is building within that of course, Hyperscape. I mean, we look at Neo Arcadia and it looks like there's just so much to learn about this place, and you're not really going to get that opportunity. Now, they may throw in hints and give you a little bit of history throughout the course of each season as it goes, but if you really think about it, Battle Royale is an incredible genre in my personal opinion. It's really been kind of transcending gaming in a major way, really starting with Fortnite, even though games and Battle Royales came before it. I feel that Fortnite really made it go mainstream. And so from that perspective, we really don't see much outside of the Battle Royale for most of these games, though. And so, in my personal opinion, I would love to learn more about Neo Arcadia. I would love to learn more about the Fortnite universe. And sure, they have Save the World, which is, of course, a mode. But, Call of Duty, as a comparison here, has a fully fleshed out campaign that you can check out, as well as multiplayer modes that have to do with on a number of other maps. Outside of that is Call of Duty Warzone. So what I'm getting at is this: the more content that is there, as long as it's done well, can be a real, benefit to those of us who enjoy a particular franchise. And I think Hyperscape is going to have a relatively large-sized fan base of people that really enjoy it. Not every BR is going to be equal, guys. Not every BR is going to be, well received by everyone. But I do think that from what we've played of Hyperscape at this point and what we've seen, this seems to be one of those games that most likely is going to withstand and be a part of the Battle Royale space. I don't think it's just going to be something that doesn't get very many viewers whatsoever. I mean, it's hard to say, obviously, guys, because we'll have to see really what Ubisoft decides to do here. But with that, I'm very excited for the future of Hyperscape because they do have some differences. They have similarities and differences. I feel like there's a real opportunity here to also have this IP within the space, within the universe of, say, Watch Dogs or something, which could really add some interesting elements to Hyperscape, in my personal opinion. I'm hoping that we see things like that, guys. Apex Legends, obviously, is within the Titanfall universe. Hyperscape has this futuristic vibe to it and, very futuristic setting, which is awesome, but it'd be cool to see that within, another one of their IPs that they own, being something like, like Watch Dogs, which would be really interesting because then they can use Hyperscape to promote Watch Dogs Legion and vice versa. And so what I'm getting at is this, guys. This is a BR, unlike really any that we've seen, because it's done Battle Royale in kind of, similar fashion to some of these other Battle Royales, but it's also done some things differently. I think the fusion of, merging weapons together as you're getting them, that is like I think that's going to be something that a lot of other games end up doing at some point or another, that being games like Fortnite, maybe even Apex, where you're able to fuse weapons together that you already have and can kind of upgrade them throughout the course of the match. I think it's a great concept. I think that this game is primed to have multiplayer modes outside of Battle Royale that you can, go on other maps. You can learn more about Hyperscape and about Neo Arcadia and even just the world that they're creating here. That's one thing about Battle Royale, guys, that the only knock I have on Battle Royale at this point in time is just the world building here. There's not a lot of world building. It's more, we're just going to modify the map, or we're just going to have seasons, and then, each season is going to have new characters and things of that nature, but you don't learn any backstory about those characters. You don't really know anything about these guys, and so that's the one thing that bothers me about Battle Royale as of right now. Now, Call of Duty Warzone, obviously, guys, we know a lot of those characters because of previous Call of Duty games, but I really want to see that move forward here with Hyperscape, and I think that Hyperscape may very well go in that direction at some point or another. But here's to hoping, guys. But with that, Hyperscape, in my opinion, is a BR unlike any that we've ever seen, guys. I think it's great. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below about Hyperscape. And for more Hyperscape content and videos, stay here with Zero TV. The president's Twitch account got suspended, guys, 2 weeks ago at this point for hateful conduct. And after 2 weeks, that suspension has been lifted. And now if President Donald Trump decided to once again stream, he would be allowed to do so, which is actually quite surprising to me, which we'll get to here in a second. But Slasher, also, of course, Rod Breslow, who's also known as Slasher, is the one who tweeted out stating Trump's Twitch channel has now returned following a 2-week suspension for hateful conduct. And so when he took this screenshot, Donald Trump's Twitch account had 27.3K followers, and if we go to his Twitch account as of right now, it has 130K followers. And so what I wanted to go ahead and do, everyone, is kind of break down what this kind of means as far as, the landscape that is now with Twitch and such. Why I'm kind of surprised that this ban or this suspension was lifted. And I'd love to get your guys' thoughts in the comment section down below. I don't like getting into, significant political things, so we're not going to be like, really talking from a political standpoint here, guys. However, what I thought was important about this is that, number one is that Donald Trump is on Twitch, which is, it's something. There's something there, obviously. I mean, he is on Twitch, and obviously he doesn't use Twitch that much. I'm actually surprised that Twitch did not ban him or suspend him for a longer period of time for hateful conduct. However, I do think that it makes sense that it sounds like it's usually a couple of weeks for each suspension, and then if you kind of do the same thing over and over again, or you get suspended for something else after a couple of times, they will decide to permanently ban you. It's a pretty big deal, though, guys, that, they did lift the suspension on this account. And I don't know what, the president's planning on using his Twitch account for moving forward here throughout the course of the rest of the campaign to the election and things of that nature. It's just very interesting that a political figure is as big as the president, well, I mean, pretty much the biggest in our country, is on Twitch. That really is something interesting. And I guess I never could have really saw that happening. But not seeing that happening was one thing, but also not seeing that him getting suspended for just the length of time he did get suspended for is quite interesting. Now, obviously, I don't know all of the terms of service when it comes to like the ins and outs of why you get suspended and how long it's for, and then what is, how they determine permanent bans from temporary bans and things of that nature. But this is a big deal. I mean, it really is that the president is back on Twitch once again, can go ahead and live stream if he so chooses. It's a pretty big deal. And what this is also bringing up, guys, is that more and more people are getting involved with Twitch. Whether you're talking from a political standpoint, whether you're talking from a gamer perspective, you're talking about just people who like doing shows or like talking about anything. Like the Just Chatting is huge, and doing podcasts and shows and such are huge as well on here. And so now this is starting to become similar to like YouTube, where YouTube has, everybody seems to be on YouTube at this point in time, and Twitch is now starting to kind of see that engagement as well, which will be really interesting to see if Twitch decides to start moving into, having video as well as, live streaming, and kind of prioritize both of those instead of more so live streaming over video. It'll be really interesting because I'm sure that they would want to start attracting more and more content creators onto Twitch, which would be really interesting. However, guys, like I said, this is a big deal that I thought that they were going to suspend, the president for a while longer for hateful conduct, but nonetheless, it seems like 2 weeks, guys, and he's back. And there you have it. I wonder, what he's going to be streaming next, if he's going to be some of his campaign rallies, whatever it might be. I have not actually watched anything that he has streamed on Twitch as of later before he got suspended and such. So it'll be interesting to see what happens there. But let me know what you guys think about this, guys, with the president coming back into Twitch and being, that suspension ending. Let me know what you guys think. And for more content like this, stay here with Zero TV. The Dr. Disrespect saga is still going on, guys, and we still are not really any closer to really understanding what is going on with Dr. Disrespect and where are his whereabouts and what is happening behind the scenes here as far as from his perspective. Is he ever coming back to Twitch? Is he going to a different platform? There are some new details that are arising, guys, from people like none other than Rod Breslow, also known as Slasher, which we'll get to here in a sec. But this has got to be unlike any type of, anything that we've ever seen in the gaming industry. This is a story we've never really seen before when it comes to gaming as a whole. It was crazy seeing Ninja leaving Twitch to go to an exclusivity deal with Mixer. That was a big deal. But something like this that we haven't heard what's going on and all the rumblings and rumors going around is just adding more fuel to the fire. But with that, guys, in an article that was written by Isaac McIntyre of Dexerto, Dr. Disrespect reportedly isn't joining YouTube despite Twitter tease. There's still plenty of question marks over Dr. Disrespect and his shock Twitch ban on June 26th as well as where the two-time might land next. One possible switch for the streamer can be ruled out, though. He definitely won't be joining YouTube, according to gaming insider Slasher. Rumors have been swirling around the Doc's ban for 2 weeks now. Most recently, eyes have been on YouTube and the Twitch star's possible switch there after Dr. Disrespect, a streaming character created by game dev Guy Beam all the way back in 2010, finally edited his Twitter bio in what many believe was a subtle tease. He moved his YouTube channel URL into the feature spot. So what happened was, guys, obviously on his Twitter bio right now, if you go on there, you'll see that he does not have Twitch on there anymore, but he put YouTube in replace of that. And so it's got people talking like, well, does this mean that he's going to YouTube? I've stated in the past on the YouTube channel, which we've been talking about the Dr. Disrespect situation for quite some time now. You guys can check out all of that content. I've stated that YouTube makes the most sense because he already has, tons of content. He has a huge fan base, obviously, built on YouTube. So to me, it makes the most sense. Now, whether or not he decides he wants to go somewhere else because there's more money involved, an exclusivity deal with like Facebook Gaming or with Brime or with one of these other upcoming streaming services, is hard to say. I just thought that YouTube made the most sense in my opinion. Dr. Disrespect won't be joining YouTube on any kind of exclusive deal, however. That's according to gaming insider Rod Slasher Breslow, who spoke about the doc situation during a Twitch co-stream with platform star Hassan Piker. No one is talking to Dr. Disrespect. YouTube is not talking to Dr. Disrespect. That discussion on joining, I can confirm that has not happened, Breslow said during Piker's broadcast on July 13th. The insider also added he had heard YouTube already feels like it's in a pretty good position with who they've signed. Breslow also confirmed the doc's disappearance is not a platform move. Instead, it's a ban relating to severe criminal elements, in Piker's words. At the time of publication, however, there are no registered criminal arrests for Herschel Beam. So, unfortunately, ruling out possible platform deals for the doc doesn't put anyone any closer to understanding the situation as a whole. Beam seems to have kept relatively quiet in the last 2 weeks, too. Fellow streamer Tim the Tatman said he hasn't heard from him recently. So, the other thing is really with Nick Mercs, guys. This is where things kind of really got going, was when Nick Mercs on his stream stated that he does know what's going on, and you'll find out in 2 months. He stated something along those lines. Tim did weigh in, however, on the alleged Dr. Disrespect donation on Nick Mercs' stream on July 5th. According to reports from Aussie gossip site Sausage Roll, the doc donated $50 to say he was a scapegoat for Twitch. It scares me that some of you are so stupid that you think Doc donated that to Nick. That's scary to me because I'm really dumb, right? But I'm not that stupid, Tim the Tatman said on the alleged donation. That scares me because it's alarming. So just so you understand, you can donate to Nick under any name. I could donate pretending to be the Doc. I could go on and pretend to be Symphony and say whatever I want. It's so stupid. With YouTube out of the picture, the doc's options seem to be getting slimmer. There were rumors he had penciled in a licensing agreement with Facebook Gaming based on a leaked contract document, but they have been ruled as fake. Others have pointed to Swedish music platform Spotify, who is reportedly in the process of setting up their own streaming service, which obviously, with Spotify, guys, the rumor sparked to life after fans uncovered an old clip of Dr. Disrespect admitting he had met with Joe Rogan's producer, Jamie Vernon, just days after the podcaster signed a multi-million-dollar deal with Spotify. Look, at the end of the day, guys, here's what we'll get at, is, this is all speculation. Now, hearing it from Slasher is, he has done an incredible job at breaking news, and, he really does a fantastic job as far as kind of knowing when he says something. Usually, there's a lot of confirmation. His name really, kind of carries a lot of weight with it. So you really have to, listen when Slasher speaks. And what I got to say is that when he states that, that Dr. Disrespect isn't going to be, working with YouTube or isn't going to be moving over to YouTube, that really does kind of tell you something, that maybe he isn't going to be going to YouTube. Maybe he's not going to be able to go to any streaming platform. It's very hard to say at this point in time, guys. I think there's a lot of teases, a lot of things going on from Dr. Disrespect's perspective, as well as, the fact of the matter is that this hasn't, nothing's leaked from Dr. Disrespect's team. His inner circle hasn't leaked from Twitch, hasn't leaked from anywhere. It's unbelievable. And obviously, guys, I have no idea, we have no idea what's going on as far as is this going to be, some criminal ordeal? Is this going to be just a switch from one platform to the next, which Slasher says that is not what this is. So it kind of leads you to pretty much only a couple of options, and that's where this is going to get very interesting as time goes on, guys. But with that, let me know what you guys think about all this. What do you guys think about, Dr. Disrespect taking Twitch out of his bio, replacing it with YouTube, and then Slasher coming on and stating no, he's not going to be going to YouTube at any point in time. And then you have people like Nick Merck saying, oh, we're going to find out in 2 months. Is it really going to take that long for us to find out what is going on with Dr. Disrespect? Let me know, though, guys, what do you all think in the comment section down below? As new details emerge, we're still leaving, tons of question marks around this entire situation. Let me know, though, guys. And for more content like this, guys, stay here with Zero TV. With the recent announcement of Far Cry 6, there has been a ton of fan theories and people, giving out their own speculative, narratives and such of what this game is going to be all about and where it could go. Where is this franchise heading for following Far Cry 5, guys? I'm really excited for the future of this franchise moving forward, and Far Cry 6 is no different. I think this is going to be a great entry, even though we didn't see gameplay at this point. Saw some screenshots, of course, had the reveal trailer, and overall, I really like what I see, guys. But one of the big theories right now that's going around the community is that one of the characters within the game, Diego, he is the young boy that's portrayed in the trailer. There's a theory that he is a young Vaas, which Vaas, guys, obviously is from Far Cry 3, one of the most beloved villains in the entire Far Cry series. And with that, guys, I wanted to kind of go through this and talk about, both sides of the spectrum here, because part of me thinks that this very well may be true, but then on the other side of the spectrum, you kind of wonder, is this really going to be something that ends up happening? Because we've seen in the past, there have been theories that have come out about Far Cry in these Far Cry games that are, most of them are not true, but then there are some theories that come out that are very close or are dead, right on as far as what, is actually going on within the story and such. And it's incredible what some of the fans out there have been able to find when it comes to just a trailer and screenshots and things of that nature. But let's get right into it, guys. Brittany Finley wrote an article from for Game Rant. Far Cry 3 actor Michael Mando responds to a fan theory regarding a major character in the upcoming Far Cry 6 because of a small detail. Thanks to the onslaught of new Far Cry 6 information in the last few days, players are getting amped up for the next installment with observations and theories, and a recent tweet from a past Far Cry actor might suggest one theory isn't too far off the mark. Just a couple of days ago, Far Cry 6 information leaked on the PlayStation Store, and while gamers were looking forward to the announcement of a new Far Cry installment, this came as a surprise as it was some of the first news released regarding Far Cry 6. Many fans were quick to note one small detail in the design of Diego Castillo, who is the son of the main antagonist Anson Castillo. In Diego's right eyebrow is a scar undeniably similar to the iconic villain from Far Cry 3, Vaas. And so this detailed observation led to a rumor that Diego might be in fact a young Vaas, which, if true, would imply that Far Cry 6 is a prequel to Far Cry 3, and to perhaps validate the claims that Diego and Vaas are the same person. Vaas's actor Michael Mando tweeted a reaction to this discovery, leading some fans to further read into this theory. While he had only posted the word insane in an emoji in a retweet, some fans are clinging to this observation and are eager to find out if it is, in fact, true. So, in the tweet, guys, Michael Mando, he just tweeted saying insane as this, one of the, a Twitter account user by the name of Joe Screebles, tweeted out saying, so is Diego in Far Cry 6 meant to be a young Vaas from Far Cry 3? And you can see definitely very significant similarities between Diego as well as Vaas, which is very interesting. Part of me is wondering, guys, if this very well could be true, especially because Michael Mando is saying insane, that it's almost like, well, it's insane that you guys put this together so quickly, or it's insane that, that you guys are looking at it from this perspective, but it has, we don't know if he's meaning it in a way like, wow, like, can't believe that they got us kind of thing, or if it's more, kind of a what if, like he's like left in the dark too, he has no idea. It's going to be very interesting to say the least, guys. What I'm going to say, though, about this theory is I love it. I love the theory that this is an origin story of Voss, the most, beloved villain in the entire franchise. He's actually my second favorite villain in the story, in the Far Cry universe, but he's incredible. I mean, just incredibly well done. Michael Mando did a great job. What I'm going to say, though, is this, guys. One of the things that people have talked about regarding, Far Cry 3 to Far Cry 6 here is the time period. And in Far Cry 3, obviously, the jungle setting and all of that. This game, though, in Far Cry 6, it seems like things are a little bit more futuristic or more maybe even modern. We look at, there's a shot of Diego. He's in the very beginning of the trailer, he's playing with like a boat on a table, and next to him, though, is a phone that's being charged, and that phone looks to be like an iPhone. And so what I'm saying is that this is more modern, whereas Far Cry 3 was more in the past. So I don't know how that would line up unless somehow they explain it one way or another. I'm not sure what they would, how they would do it, if they're going to try to get really crazy and add like time machines and things of that nature, or if they're going to, who knows, guys. But there were definitely things within the trailer as well as the screenshots. Some of the screenshots, guys, of, the environments and such, and some of the weaponry that you're going to be using looks like you're just kind of putting things together, which kind of leads me to wonder, this is after Far Cry 5, it's kind of like you're almost working with sticks and stones. Then you also have the enemy is also using some more modern weaponry like tanks and things of that nature. So it's hard for me to say whether or not I actually believe this theory. However, I understand why people would be saying this based upon Diego and what Voss looks like. It's certainly, I wouldn't be surprised if they did kind of reveal this to be Voss. I just I hope they're able to explain it and it is believable. Far Cry 6 will follow the protagonist Dani Rojas, who can either be played as a male or a female as they navigate through the violent war in Yara. A former military dropout, Dani didn't want to have anything to do with the revolution, but still got swept up in the guerrilla movement known as Libertad. The movement rallies against dictator Anson Castillo, who is played by Giancarlo Esposito, well known for his role as Gus Fring in Breaking Bad. The oppressive actions by Anson and his son Diego have forced the country into a revolution. Ubisoft unveiled an epic cinematic trailer for the game along with Far Cry's official announcement, which, guys, we're only going to have to wait until February of 2021, which is actually a lot closer than you might think. We're talking February 18, 2021. Now, obviously, you have to take that with a pinch of salt, guys, because with the pandemic going on, a lot of these games could be shifted, like further into 2021 such. Hopefully it stays there because obviously earlier on in the year, you don't have quite as much competition with other games. So I think Ubisoft definitely wants to bring out Far Cry 6 in the beginning of the year so it doesn't have like significant stiff competition. It'll be interesting to say the least, guys. I'm very excited for Far Cry 6. I really am, especially the follow-up to Far Cry 5. What I'm getting at about Far Cry 5 to Far Cry 6, though, is it's almost like you're playing with sticks and stones in Far Cry 6, which would lead me to believe, the events of Far Cry 5 is leading us to Far Cry 6. But we might be totally wrong. Who knows, guys? They could get really crazy on us here in Far Cry 6, and this looks like a Far Cry unlike any we've ever seen before in the past, which is very exciting. And Voss, I would love to see Diego be Voss. I just want them to be able to explain it. Let me know, though, guys, in the comment section down below, what do you guys want to see out of Far Cry 6? And are you guys buying this theory that Diego is a young Voss? Let's have a real conversation about it, guys. And for more Far Cry 6 content and videos, stay here with Zero TV. And with that being said, everyone, I hope you guys did enjoy this episode of the 8 Below Show. And if you guys did, leave a thumbs up, subscribe if you're new, stay positive, and as always, I'll talk to you guys all in the next one. Peace.